Hi my love bugs, today I'm going to be doing a haul video and this is going to be with some Sleek and ColourPop products. I ordered both of these a while ago, but I'm getting to the tail end of things I ordered over the holiday season that I haven't even showed on camera. It's repulsive how much stuff I got. I am a shopaholic. I own this. I really thought that it would be cool to combine Sleek and ColourPop because both of these are quite similar. In the US, Sleek is only available online. It's not really carried in any retailers. The brand is available, I believe, in drugstore or high street stores in the UK, but here you can only get it online. It is very budget friendly though, so I thought that it would be cool to show it with ColourPop, which is an online only brand that is very, very, very budget friendly. What I'm going to do, sorry about my lights, they don't like the ColourPop packaging. I love it. I'm going to start off with ColourPop. This is a little holiday set that kind of came out last minute. I had ordered everything I wanted from holiday and then those biatches went ahead and released something else. This was the Barely Blitzed. It still is, obviously. It is the Barely Blitzed set and it came with 3 lippy sticks and 3 eyeshadows. I did order this by myself. For anyone who was curious, I know that ColourPop is big on the PR and honestly they've sent me things for PR before, but I thought I would just tell you guys I did buy this by myself. I love ColourPop. I order their stuff all the time. For eyeshadows in this kit we have Solstice, which is a really beautiful kind of light rose gold. Let me see if I can open this without catching a nail. Solstice is a very light kind of rosy gold color. We then have the shade T-O-A-T, so it's like tote but with spaces in between it, so it's to-a-t. I don't get it. I think this joke is going over my head, but this is a really beautiful, warm, kind of mid-tone brown, kind of right up my alley, honestly. Then we have the duo in Fleek / Effect. I love that they named an eyeshadow Fleek. So you can see this one, you have 2 separate shadows in. This is a really nice teal, while this is kind of like an olivey gray with gold shimmer. It's so dark it almost leans on black. So for swatches, here is Solstice, the To-A-T, I don't really get it. And then we have Fleek, which is beautiful, and Effect. Effect was really pretty. It's almost like, I don't know, I feel like it kind of loses some of the shimmer in application and just turns almost black. Actually, as you work it in more, oh, okay, as you work this one in more, like the shimmer comes out and it's more pronounced. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I've never seen a shadow like that. So those are swatches of the eyeshadows. In the set also came 3 different lippy sticks, and we first have the shade Deja, which is just a matte nude color. So kind of like your peachy, pinky, brownish matte nude. Then we have, oh my gosh, I can't even read you, Bambi. Ooh, Bambi's cute. Kind of like a purpley wine. I really like that. Lastly, we have Clover, which is very similar to Frida. It looks like just a little bit more of like a hot pink, as opposed to, you know, that kind of peachy nude. Okay, so Deja, Clover, and then the last one is Bambi. And I unknowingly, well, I knew what I was doing, but I also got a lip liner, which weirdly matches perfectly with Bambi, and I didn't think it would, but it's called, what in the world are you called? 2BB. And 2BB is a touch more of a fuchsia shade as opposed to Bambi. So honestly, I think it'll work really nicely as a lip liner in conjunction with it. I love ColourPop products in case you can't tell. So that was this little purchase that I made. Their holiday stuff is really, really amazing. And if you can still get your hands on it, I would totally recommend this little palette. I think it's really pretty. ColourPop products are super affordable. They're great in pigmentation and formula. And plus it's an indie brand. So it's kind of nice to support brands like that who keep the costs low, but keep the product quality really high. Okay, so moving into Sleek, I have several products here to show you. I placed a Sleek order, I don't even know when, but I know that I got like 20% off my entire purchase, which was really cool. The first product I got was this Vintage Romance eyeshadow palette, and this has kind of a selection of shadows in here. You've got some purples, a few neutrals at the top. I thought it would be really beautiful for kind of the wintry season and going into spring because it is quite versatile and I think you can pull a lot of looks out of it. I'm just going to swatch a few at random as we would pretty much be here all day if I swatched everything. So we're going to do a few of the neutral colors on the top here. So we have this gold, kind of a pewter color, and a matte terracotta brown. So swatches are really, really pretty. I hope my lighting isn't washing that out too much. And I'm excited to play around with this. I'll have to get a few more and kind of do an overview at some point if I really like it, but I'm excited, especially for the price. I think it's going to be a nice little palette. I have several palettes here to show you. The first one being the Face Form in Light. Sorry, I keep catching the light there. It has kind of this rose gold blush, a really light, more I was going to say olivey, but definitely goldeny highlight, and then a matte bronzer. I've only used this once, but I do really love the product, and I think the pigmentation just can't be beat. So you've got a bronzer, a highlight, and a really beautiful rosy gold blush. So keeping with blush in mind, I have several Blush by 3 palettes. All of these actually were on sale, so I don't know if they're being like discontinued, but they were half off, and then there was 20% off on top of that. So they were a whopping like $7.50, and then you got the 20% off. The first one is in Lace, and you've got this really beautiful orangey, satiny blush, a really pretty rose gold, and then kind of a matte, hot, I don't even know, like a corally red. It's really pretty. So there's swatches of that, and they all really do perform so beautifully. Then we have the next one, which is in Flame. And Flame is really, I feel like all 3 of these are kind of out of the ordinary, but honestly, when you go in lightly with shades like this, it can just give you the most gorgeous flush on the cheeks. You could go totally like crazy, or you could really, you know, make it subdued and soft. The first one is kind of a brick red. It's got a little bit of brown to it. It should be probably the most wearable in the palette. A matte bright red, and then a kind of shimmery terracotta red. Also on the back of the palettes, they all have the names listed. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these. I haven't really used any of these. Oh my god, they're so pigmented. I got way too much product. Those are swatches of Flame right here. All 3 are insanely pigmented. And I don't think that all of the palettes are like this. I think I just chose some of the brightest selections that they had. The final one is in the selection Pink Spirit, and Pink Spirit I thought would be so lovely for the winter time, as you've got kind of more, like fuchsia shades. When you go in lightly, particularly with this one, I think you'll get a pretty kind of borderline fuchsia lilac, and I just thought it would be so lovely. So you've got kind of like a winey purple color. It's a little bit red. You've got a true violet, and then more of like a mauvey purple. And I mean, again, just pigmentation is insane. Like just bananas. I mean, I'm barely getting any product, and I'm barely pressing down. That's just one swipe. I do have 2 more things to show you. The first, I think, is something quite new, and it is the Corrector and Concealer palette, and this is in 01. I think this was, just like I said, brand spanking new, and I love the idea behind it. You've got a little setting powder down here, a concealer that is a very skin tone shade, and then a corrector, which is kind of like a peachy color. I think this is going to be so fun to toy around with, because if it's a nice product, I can imagine traveling with it would be amazing, since it's like bitty. You could literally throw it in your purse. Can you imagine for like going clubbing or something and taking this with you? Ooh, I like that idea. The final product I got is this eyebrow pencil, and the writing on it is black. Why is the writing on it black? Well, I know that it is the eyebrow pencil, and it's in the color medium, and it's weird. Like, I wasn't expecting this. It's like triangle shaped. This is in the shade medium, and the color payoff is pretty nice. I think that what it's meant to do is be very fine, where you're kind of like placing it so you can get really fine on the inner corners, and then it gets bigger as you go out. I think that it's going to be really cool to play around with because of the slant tip. But yeah, I'm really excited to toy with it. So that was my haul, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Until next time, my love bugs, I think you are so beautiful and wonderful and very important, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.